So, we have covered several topics with you guys. In equation, we have covered 3 topics, linear equation and quadratic equation. Let's reiterate some of the points. Okay? What equation means, guys? Equation is an equality. So, can somebody say it? Equation is an equality with some unknown number, right? Unknown number. That unknown number could be x, could be y, could be a, could be b, could be alpha, could be beta, and etc. That's some unknown number, right? So, what is the solution of equation? An equation. Solution of an equation is to find that unknown, okay? So, to find that unknown number. Solution is to find that unknown number. So, equation types, sorts of equation are many more. It starts with x on the power of n. So, when n equals to 1, it becomes linear equation, right? Linear equation. When this power equals to 2, it becomes quadratic, right? Quadratic. When n is 3, it becomes cube, right? So when n equals to 4 and many more. So a on the power of x. This is exponential, right? Exponential equation. And we have like sinus x, and we have cosinus x. We have some inverse functions of that trigonometric equation, so they are trigonometric, right? Yes. Trigonometric. So, and we have arc tangents x and arc tangents x and some many more. They are inverse trigonometric. Inverse trigonometric equations, right? Equations. And we have some hyperbologons, x plus a, something like that, plus b, let's say. They are hyperbolic. So they are types. The types of equations are many. Today we're gonna cover 2 of them. N equals to 1 and n equals to 2. We have linear equation, we have quadratic equation. We have covered it, just we are repeating it, okay? So, what linear equation means? What linear equation means, guys?
And the power of another number is 1.
The maximum power of an unknown with 1, right? With 1. I mean, when n equals to 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
When n equals to 1, it becomes a linear equation. So the general form of linear equation, so let's say of linear equation, is
ax plus b.
ax plus b equals to 0, right? This is general form. If it gives to another standard, you have to bring to its general form to find its solution, okay? So what is the solution of this equation? The solution is to find that unknown. What is unknown here? Is it a or b?
Minus
or
b
x?
divided by
It is x, right?
Yes.
Minus b
divided by
a. Here, a is coefficient, right? B is constant number, let's say constant number. X is solution of a linear equation, right? It's not fraction, right?
okay.
So where a is not equal to 0, right? So this is general form. Some guys will tell that linear equation will have only one solution. So is it right? No. So let's start from 1 beta solution, right? Equation. So that one solution becomes a x plus b equals to 0, where a is not equal to 0. So here x equals to minus b over a. We have seen it, guys, right?
Yes.
So the second form is to have infinite, let's write it, infinite solutions. So infinite, how can it be? How can it be? Why A equals 0 and B equals to 0 simultaneously, right? Simultaneously. Both of them has to be equal to 0. So the form will be turned to 0x plus 0 equals to 0. 0 plus 0 equals 0. And it is satisfied always, right? Always. So x has infinite solution, right? This equation is not dependent to x, to the value of x, right? So the third one, no solution.
A 0.
Yes, okay. A equals 0,
0.
and B is not equal to 0, right? So, and this has to be simultaneous 1. When A equals 0, it becomes 0x plus B. B is some number that is not 0. So B equals 0. It says B equals 0, but it says it is not equal. So there is some misconception. So we say no solution for x, right? X tillgänglig, right? So it has no solution. So there are 3 forms and 3 kind of solutions. Have you understood it, guys?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at some of the examples from this week. Okay. Linear equation. Let's start from the first one. Okay. First one. First exercise. Okay. A part. 2x minus 4 equals to 3. Determine the degree of the following equation. So the degree of this equation is 1, right? We have to take the power of an unknown, so it is 1. The maximum power of unknown is 1. B. X squared plus x equals to 1. What is that? Power of this degree of this equation?
2.
It is 2, right? It is 2. But here we have 1. Here we have 2. Will we not add these two numbers? No, right? There is no multiplication, there is plus sign. There is summation, right? So let's look at C part. X squared, x cubed actually. X squared plus 3. What is the degree of this equation? 3. So we take maximum degree. We have 3, we have 2 here. For the powers of unknown, we take the maximum to find the degree of that equation, okay? Let's turn to D part. 3x4 plus 2x cubed minus x equals to 3x4 minus 1. What is the degree of this equation?
4. Degree 3.
It is not 4. Why? Because 3x on the power of 4, they cancel one another. And what we are left with is 2x cubed minus x equals to minus 1. Right? Then the maximum power of an unknown is 3. E part. 5x5 plus 4x4 y squared equals to 3x y4. So, what is the power of this monomial?
6.
This is 5, right? 5. Unknown of the power of the unknown, right? It is 5. What is the power of this monomial?
4.
6, right? 4 and 2. What is the power of this monomial? 5. So we have 5 here, we have 6 here, we have 5. We said that you take the maximum, it is 5, right?
6.
6, right? Let's look at f. 2xyz plus 1 equals to x squared y squared. What is the power of this monomial? It is 3, right? X on the power of 1, y on the power of 1, z on the power of 1. You combine the powers of unknowns. We don't touch to the power of this unknown, this coefficient, right? We touch only to the powers of unknowns. So what is the degree of this monomial? It is 4. What is the maximum? That defines the degree of equation, right? Let's look at the second one. It says solve the equation. So it's quite simple. 5x equals to 10. What is the value of x?
2.
So you divide 10 by 5, right? Then you get the result of 2. Let's look at b. Minus 4x equals to 2. So you find the value of x.
Minus 1
2 over minus 4. It is minus half, right?
Yes.
Let's look at c part. 4x plus 5 equals to 2x plus 11. So you bring it to its general form, right? Like this. So 4x minus 2x plus 5 minus 11 equals 0, right? 2x minus 6 equals to 0. To find x, you divide 6 by 2 and it's equal to 3. So let's look at the part. 2x plus 3 minus 3, 4 minus 5x equals 7x minus 2. So you open the brackets properly. 2x plus 6 minus 12 plus 15x, and you convert, you change the signs. So minus 7x plus 2 equals to 7. So we have 3x coefficients here. 2 plus 15, 17, minus 7, 10x, right? Plus 6 minus 12 is minus 6. So we have minus 6 here, you have plus 2. So it is minus 4 equals to 0. Now we have as a general form here. We have brought this equation to this form. X equals to 4 over 10 or 0.4. Correct? Let's look at the E part. Okay, you can sit over there, I guess, if it's now visible to you guys, okay? Okay, you can change place. Good. 3 plus 25x over 3x plus 7 equals to 5. So,
We
how can you solve it?
multiply by 3
So you
plus
can
7.
solve it as a fraction, right?
Yeah.
As a proportion.
Proportion.
So 3 plus 25x equals to 15x plus 35, right? Then you change the signs. 10x minus 32 equals to 0. X is a value. Is 3.2. Right? 3.2. Let's look at F. 3x minus 2 over 4 plus 2x plus 3 over 2 minus 2.5x plus 2 equals to 0. So, how can you solve it? How can you approach to this?
Common.
You get common denominator for all of them. Common denominator is
4.
4, right? So you find LCM for 4, 2, and here we have 5 over 2, right? 2.5 means 5 over 2. So 2 over 1, you get 2, you get 2, you get 4 as common denominator. So you drop that common denominator, right? 3x minus 2 plus 4x plus 6 minus 10x, right? Plus 8 equals to 0. 3 plus 4 is 7 minus 10 minus 3x minus 2 plus 6 it is 4 plus 8 12 equals 0. 3x equals 12 and x equals 4. Right? So guys, can we erase it?
Yes, of course.
Alright.
Can you show how to bracket what? Factorize?
Factorize?
Yeah, like solving by something.
Yes.
Okay,
You mean from quadratic square, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, we'll have it. Okay. Let's look at third exercise. 8. Well, 1, 3 over 4x plus 5 over 8 equals 2 minus 6, 1 over 2. So, you give common denominator, right? You bring them into mixed ones, mixed fractions. 12 multiplied by 7 over 4x plus 5 over 8 equals to 12, 13 minus 13 over 2, right?
Common
So-
denominator is 8.
Okay, let's open the bracket first, okay? So 12 multiplied 7x over 4 plus 5 over 8 multiplied by 12 equals minus 13 over 2. So they will cancel one another by 4 and by 4, right? You have 3, you have 2 here. And let's give common denominator, then 21x plus 15 over 2 equals to minus 13 over 2. So you change the sign, 21x equals minus 13 over 2 and minus 15, right? They are in common denominator. So what is the result? Minus 13 minus 15 is minus 28, minus 14, right? So the value of x is minus 14 over 21 and What is what is HCD? Yes, it's 7, right? Minus 2 over 3. Okay? Yes, they cancel one another. Let's look at B part. 5 minus 3, x minus 2, x minus 2, x minus 2. 3 brackets equals to 2. So, we have this large bracket, right? Let's change its sign by giving it to another side, and let's minus 5 minus 2. So 3 x minus 2, x minus 2, x minus 2. They are saying like 6 minus 2. So this is 3, right? We divided by 3. X minus 2, x minus 2, x minus 2. So how can you approach them? What is next step? This is 1, right? Let's do the same technique that we did here. X equals x minus 1 equals to 2 x minus 2 x minus 2. So we are changing sign of this bracket, and we are bringing it to another side. Okay, we are doing it simultaneously. So x minus 2 x minus 1 over 2, right? We are dividing because it's multiplication. X minus 2, let's open the bracket. Minus 2x plus 4. So what is the result of this side? It is 4 minus x, right? And let's multiply it by 2. And the result is x minus 1. Let's open the bracket. 8 minus 2x equals 2x minus 1. So 3x equals to 9. What is the value of that unknown? 3, okay? Let's look at C part. 1.7 divided by 1, 2 over 3, x minus 3.75 divided by 8 over 25 equals to 1, 5 over 12. So, if there are any ideas to solve it? Open the bracket, Amy.
I don't know.
Here we have another bracket, right? Yes, we have here, right? So, this is multiplication sign. Let's turn this is division sign, right? Let's turn it to multiplication by bringing it to another side. 1.7. The left things are written as they are. 5 over 3, right? This is 1. 1 multiplied by 3 plus 2, 5 over 3x minus 3. Okay, let's write it as 3 over 4, right? So we brought it to this side, and let's change it to mixed one. That is 6 1. Let's change it to proper fraction, 17 over 12, right? Multiplied by 8 over 25. Not 25 over 8, okay? So they cancel one another by 4, right? 2, 3. So what is the result here? It is 34 over 75. So 1.7 is 17 over 10. This is division sign. Let's turn it to multiplication sign, okay? 17 over 10 equals to 34 over 75 multiplied by 5x over 3 minus. Let's change it sign to let's change it to improper one, okay? So 12 plus 3 is 15 over 4. So they cancel one another. Is it possible? Yes, it is. 2, and they also can cancel one another by 5, right? Here 1, here 2, 15. So this is multiplication sign. Let's change it to division. This, 2 over 15. Then change it, right? 1 over 2 divided by 2 over 15. Equals to 5x, that's 15. 5x over 3, and this is, let's write it 3.75. Okay, this division, what is the result of this division? 15, right? Then you change the sign, 3.75 equals to 5x over 3. How can you get the result? By adding. Yes. 18.75 multiplied by 3 equals to 5x. So, what is next? Or you can do like that. over 5. So, can you calculate the value? Can you?
Is that 15?
15 over 4. 15
Yes,
over
yes.
4 berat.
You mean this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, then it means we have made mistake here, right? 15 over 4, what is the value? What is the value?
5.
Same, right?
Yes.
It means 2 multiplied by 3 over 3.75. And let's multiply by 3 and divide by 5. Can you calculate the value? So what is the value? So you can divide it by 5, right?
Doğru buldum 5.
Ya,
Better.
You mean
Da. Evet.
4.5 you mean?
Evet. Doğru buldum 5.
Overall you mean? Overall, okay. So 4.5 equals to x, right? Okay. So let's turn to fourth exercise. 4. A triangle has lengths, so a triangle is given for you guys. A, B, C. This side is 3x plus 1, unit is centimeter. 5x, unit is centimeter. Page 18. 6x minus 4, unit is centimeter. So a triangle has lengths as shown below, okay, as shown here. Find the lengths of each side if the length of AC exceeds that of AB by half a centimeter. Okay, AC is larger, 5x is larger than the side of AB, 6x minus 4, than this side by half. So it will be equal if this side was larger by half a centimeter, right? So what is the value of x?
2.5. 3.5.
3.5, right? So you have the triangle length is shown. Find the length of each side. Okay. 3x plus 1 equals to 3 multiplied 3.5 plus 1. So this is 10.5, right? Plus 1 is 11.5. So what is the value of 5x? 5 multiplied by this x, 3.5.
18.5.
18.5.
18.5 is
70.5.
Ah, 7.
Only
7.
Yes. 6x minus 4 equals to 6 multiplied by 3.5 minus 4. 17, right? 17. So, is it understandable, guys? All of this. That's 25. If the average of 35, 38, 41, 43, and x equals to
Divide by
37. 37 equals to 37. So,
9.
how can you find the average of several numbers?
Divided by 5.
How can you find it?
With our first and third.
So, you are given, for example, two numbers, A and B. How can you find the average arithmetic? Yes, arithmetic average or mean of these numbers?
A plus B divided by
We can search A and look for B.
Okay, you sum them up and divide by their number. So they are two digits are given. They are not digits, they are numbers. So two numbers are given, so you sum them up and you divide it by their number. There are two numbers and you divide it by two. If there are three numbers, you divide by 3. If you have 5 numbers, you divide by 5, right? You sum them up and divide by 5. So, what is the value of these 4 numbers?
5x.
It's not 5x, right? What is the value? Add that.
21.7.
57? 157, right? Plus x equals to, let's multiply by 5. What is the result? 85. So what is the value of x?
21.
What is the value of x?
28.
28, right? So you have calculated that value of x. So have you understood all of this? Can we read it? So let's turn to 6th one. It says if the sum of 5 consecutive numbers is 150, find the numbers. What consecutive number means? Predлагает, right? Предлагает, yeah. So let's denote the first one as x, okay? Then the next one x plus 1, then x plus 2, then x plus 3, then x plus 4. They are 5 consecutive numbers. The sum of these 5 consecutive numbers equals to 150, right? So 5x plus 10, right? Equals to 115, then 105 divided by 5 is the value of 21, right? Let's turn to 7. If a and b are real numbers, so, and a minus 2b is not equal to 0, it means a is not equal to 0, b is not equal to 0, and a is not equal to 2b, right? So 1 over 8 x plus 1 over 8 equals 1 over 8, 1 plus 2x. Solve the equation. So what is unknown here? Is it a, is it b, is it x? This is x. What about a and b? They are parameters, right? They are parameters. They are numbers, but they are unknown, okay? But they are numbers. They are not the root of this equation. So let's open the bracket. It becomes x. Let's keep common denominator first, okay? xa plus 1 over, let's multiply b by a, ab.
1 plus 3.
You are talking about this side. Okay. But here we don't have any b. 2a. Let's do proportion, right? xa squared plus a equals to 1. Okay, we could here cancel a's, right? We could cancel them. And then do proportion. 1 multiplied this number is this number itself. 1 multiplied by b is b, plus 2x multiplied by b is 2bx, right? Let's bring this linear equation to its general form. x8 minus 2bx plus 1 minus b equals to 0. Then we take x out of the bracket, it becomes a minus 2b plus 1 minus b equals to 0. To find the value of x, the solution of this equation, y minus b, is negative sign, right? It's negative sign. Divided by a minus 2b, then you change the signs, saying b minus 1 over a minus 2b. Let's look at 8 one. Shirin's father was 20 years old. Okay, we have Shirin and his father. Okay, 8th exercise. Shirin's father was 24 years old when Shirin was born. So, okay, let's read the rest. Now he is 4 times as old as Shirin. How old is Shirin now?
Now Shirin is 6.
Okay, if the age of Shirin is x now, the age of his father
24
is 24 more, right? So now Shirin is
multiplied by
4 times less than his father. 24 plus x. You can divide this side by 4, or you can multiply this side by 4. Actually, they are the same. 4x minus x equals to 24, right? X equals to 8. So, how old is Shirin now? Shirin's age is 8. What is about his father's age? It's 32, right? So, let's turn to 9. A 0.16 recurring plus 0.6 recurring again over 0.3 recurring plus 1.6 recurring.
You write this one?
X plus 1. Yes. Recurring. Or it means periodic. Periodical. Periodical. We have covered this topic in the topic of fractions. For example, 0.16 recurring. Means we can convert it into simple fractions.
16 minus 1.
Yes,
and 19.
16 minus 1 over
19.
9 and 0, right? It is 1 over 6, right? And 0.6, it means 6 over 9 or 2 over 3, right? So this is equal to 0.38 recurrent. So let's continue it here, okay? We have calculated it. It is 1 over 6 plus 0.6 recurring. It means 2 over 3? 6 recurring. 6 over 9. And you give cancellation, right? Over 1 over 3. Why? 0.6 recurring. 6 over 9, right?
Üç tane 5 bölüm verir mi?
You mean this?
Ha, şu 2 tane 3 tane 5 bölüm.
You mean about this one? Okay. This is 0.6 recurring, right? 0.6 takroriy. Right, like this, right? You can change it 6 over 9. So you get cancellation. That's 3, 2 over 3, right?
Bir daha da gelsene ama.
Davri. 0.3. Okay. Plus 1.16 recurring. 1.16 recurring. How can you convert it?
1 and 16 minus 1.
Is that 7 over 6?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
So this is 7 over 6. X plus 1 equals 2. So 0.38 recurring. Sorry, 5 over 19.
Over 19.
So divided by 5, 7 over
18.
Yes. 18. So this is 7 over 18. Let's keep common denominator. Oh, numerator and denominator, okay? They are 6 and their denominators will cancel one another. You give 2 here, you give 2 here. So you have 5 on numerator, and in denominator you have 9, right? 9. X plus 1 equals to 7 over 18. They will cancel one another. It becomes 2. X plus 1.
No, at the end.
Yes, X plus 1.
7 over 18. X.
18, right?
X.
Here we have X. Yes, we have X, right? X. So, anyway, they will cancel one another,
Yeah.
right? It becomes 2. 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. Let's open the bracket. 10x plus 10 equals to 7x. What is the value of x here? 3x plus 10 equals to 0. X is 10 over 3 minus, right? Minus 3, 1 over 3. So, it's A less than to B. 6 power 4, 5, 16, 1 over 2. Divided by cubic root of 64 multiplied by x equals to 16 on the power of 1 over 6, 4 on the power of minus 1 over 2. So how can I calculate it? 6 power 4 on the power of 5. It is 2 on the power of 2 on the power of 5 over 6, right? And they will cancel one another. It becomes 2 on the power of 5 over 3, right? Like this. So what is about it? This fraction, this power? 16
power
1 over 2. This is 4, right? So this is 4 2. Cubic root of 64.
Yes,
It's 4, right? So they will cancel one another. They are equal. So let's multiply x to this side. So this is 2 on the power of 5 over 3 equals 2. X multiplied by this number. Let's change their forms too. 2 on the power of 4 over 6. It means 2 over 3. Multiplied by 4 on the power of minus half. It means 2 on the power of 2. Multiplied by minus 1 over 2. So they will cancel one another. It becomes half. Or 1 over 2, right? So this is 1 over 2. What is the value of x? What is the value of x? 2, 5 over 3 minus 2 over 3. and
And
plus 1. So the result is 2 squared, and this is 4, right? If you understood it, this right? From the beginning. Okay. We have found and calculated it. Is it understandable?
Yeah, like there is formula, right?
Yes. Yes. A, let's say n, n. So A, the index is n, the power is n. So A is a base. A, you can change its form to A m over n. Okay? M over n. Index goes to denominator and the power goes to numerator of the fraction in the power. Okay? So we have used it. That's it. And here we have used a on the power of n. Okay, let's say multiply a on the power of n. So a on the power of n plus n, or a on the power of n, a on the power of n. We just subtract respective powers. We subtract m from n, okay? Right, from. So, is it understandable?
Yeah, that was clear.
This is this formulas. Let's look at C part. From 9, x plus 1 over x, okay, it's minus, right? X minus 1 over x, plus x plus 2 over x, plus x plus 3 over x, minus. Plus, etc., 1 over x, equals to 4. How can you compute it? Right. So they are given in common denominators, right? X. So what is numerator? X minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, etc. till 1. So x is some number that is decreasing, and the natural numbers are being added to one another, okay? They are summation. 4. Let's multiply this side, or both sides, by x. 4x equals to 1 plus 2 plus, etc. plus x minus 3, x minus 2, x minus 1. So, we have such number, that if you multiply this number by 4, the result will be equal to the summation of the numbers, of natural numbers, till that number. For example, let's say, I'm not claiming that x is equal to 5, but let's say, if x is 5, then 4 times of 5 equals to the natural numbers till this number. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay? Till that number. That number is excluded. So 20 equals to what number? 10, right? It is not equal, so x is not equal to 5. So can you find such number?
9.
Is it 9? Let's check it. It is 9. We have computed it, using arithmetic progression. So it's 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it equal to 9 multiplied by 4? Is it equal? So it's 9, right? 9, 9, 9, 9, right? 8 with 1 is 1, 9. 2, 9, 3, 9, 4, 9, right? And 4 9s. They are equal. Okay, let's look at the D part. X over 2, x over 6, x over 12, x over 20, x over 30, and 42 equals to minus 6. Any ideas?
Simplify each number. Then common.
So, you definitely will face hardship when you say, let's calculate LCM for these numbers. Let's give common denominator. You face hardship, right? You rather factorize it, right? X is common factor. Let's take it out of the bracket. So what we are left with is 1 over 1 multiplied by 2, 1 over 2 multiplied by 3, 1 over 3 multiplied by 4, 1 over 4 multiplied by 5, plus 5 multiplied by 6, and 6 multiplied by 7, right? It's minus 6. So how can you compute it?
1 minus 1 minus.
So the value should be calculated like 1 minus 1 over 2, 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3, 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4, 1 over 4 minus 1 over 5, 1 over 5 minus 1 over 6, 1 over 6 minus 1 over 7, right? Equals to minus 6. So they will cancel one another. So what we are left with is 6 over 7 equals to minus 6, and they cancel one another. The value of x is minus 7. Okay? Let's turn to E part. E. X over 4. 3 minus 8 over x. Minus 7 over 8. 7 minus 3x over 4. Equals to 15. 1 over 3 minus x over 16. So, we open the bracket, right? Let's open the bracket. 3x over 4 minus, they will cancel one another, and the value is 2, right? Minus 49 over 8. 7 multiplied by 7. And minus minus gives plus to us. There is no cancellation, and it becomes 21x over 32 equals to, they will cancel one another by 3, and the result is 5 minus 15x over 64. There is no cancellation too. So you give common denominator, and you drop the denominator. What is common denominator here?
64.
64. So 64 times 2 times 8 times 64 times and 16 times, right? So
80.
can we write like minus 2, and we have 5 here. Let's change its sign and bring it to another side by adding 2 here. Can we do like that? Yeah. Okay. So let's multiply 8x minus 44 multiplied by 8. What is the result?
392.
Okay, 32, 2, 3, 32, 35, right? Plus 42x equals to, let's multiply 28, 82, 42, 44, minus 15x. Is it correct? Is it correct? So 48 plus 42, it is 90, plus 15, 105x, right? And 448 plus 352, what is the value? 0, 0, 8, 800? 14. Is it 800 or 800 something? 800, right? X is 800 over 105. You can cancel it by 5. And you continue. Okay? And here you have improper fraction. You change it to mixed one. And you find the solution. Okay? We have found X. You are left with cancellation.
Siz qarangda mana bu 7 kere 7 49 bo'ladi-yu. Siz 44 deb yozib ketdingiz.
44 deb hisobladingiz.
Yo'q, 49 dedi.
44 deb hisobladingiz.
44 deb hisobladik o'shanda.
Yes.
392 dedim, 392 chiqadi.
392. Yo'qotganda
520 bo'ladi.
508. Bu
392. Shunda 840 bo'ladi, 4 bo'lib ketadi.
mana shunday.
Javob 8 chiqadi.
So the result is 8. Let's turn to 10 exercise. So you are given a basket of melons is emptied by one person taking half of them, plus one more, a second person taking half, and one more, a third person taking half, and 6 is left, right? Let's solve it backwards, okay? Now, when we use X, it's time consuming, or you can do it too. We have solved it. Let's turn backwards. Let's bring it. Okay. In the basket, you had 6 watermelons. No, melons, right? 6. So before third person came to take apples, how many apples were there?
X
12 apples, right? 12. That X is 12, right? So 12 apples, he is taking half of it, and 6 is left. Right? So it was 12. Before second person coming to the basket, how many apples were there?
24.
24, you mean? So he came, he took half of it, he took 12, and one more, right? One more. So it's 26, right?
Yeah.
He's coming, taking 13, and he's taking one more, and you are left with 12 apples, right? So before the first person came here, how many apples did we have?
54.
54, and that is overall number of apples in the basket. So he came, he took half of it, 27, and one more, 26 is left. Second person came, took half of it, and one more, and left is 12. The third person is coming, he's taking half, and 6 is left. Okay? So, 11. Let's look at the 11. A slow train, very slow, right? Traveling from Tashkent to Angren. So the distance is Tashkent to Angren. It's traveling from this side to that side. Arrives 9 minutes late when traveling at 36 kilometers per hour. So 9 minutes. 9 over 60 hours. Yes. So if it travels with a speed of 36, this is speed, velocity, right? Velocity multiplied by time equals the distance. So that distance is from Tashkent to Angren, right? If the velocity of train is 36, he will be late by 9 minutes from the scheduled time, right? From the scheduled time. If it travels the same distance, so this is distance, right?
Yes.
So the same distance, this is distance, the same distance is equal to, if it travels at 27 kilometers per hour, it arrives 39 minutes late. So 39 minutes late, then scheduled time. What is the distance between Tashkent and Angren? What is the value of t from here? Have you calculated it? So calculate it. Okay, let's calculate together. 36, we give common denominator there, 9 plus 60t over 60 equals to 27. 39 plus 60t over 60, and this 60 cancel one another, right? And 36 and 27 cancel one another by 9, right? And the result is 3, the result is 4, and open the bracket, 36 plus 240t equals to, so what is the result? 7, 2, 9, 117 plus 180t. So the result is, let's change the signs and bring them into a general form. 204 here. So 60t equals to 170 minus 60 is 36. What is the result?
It is 81.
Is it 81?
Yes.
81. So t equals to 81 over 60. Is there any cancellations?
By 6, by
1.75.
3, I guess.
By 3.
Yeah.
By 3, right?
Yeah, 27.
Over 20?
Yep.
So, no cancellations. You found the value of t. You are asked about that space, right? That space. You put that t in its value. Actually, it will be left like this.
Yeah.
Let's calculate the value of s from here, okay? Let's calculate. No spaces left. So s is, which is comfortable that way. This side or this side?
First.
First side is okay. 36. 9 over 60. Last, what is the value of t? 81 over 60. 81 over 60. So it becomes 36 multiplied by 1.5.
Yes.
Yes.
1.5. So what is the value?
54.
54 kilometers, right? That distance is 54 kilometers. Is it real? From Tashkent to Ankara, is it 54 kilometers?
Yes.
Yes, approximately. But we don't have such kind of terrain, right? So, can we erase?
Yes.
Потом начинаем. So, yes, something like that, right? Repetition is the mother of knowledge.
Yes, you heard that.
Okay, we have done 11, let's turn to 12. A taxi service charges 300 soms for the first kilometer. So first kilometer, it charges 300 soms, right? And 50 soms for each additional kilometer. Starting from second class, for each kilometer, you have to pay 50, right? 50 soms. Water, I can paid 3,200 soms. Fair. How far did we go? So, okay, exactly.
Minus 30 sounds. First,
3,200 minus 500.
So,
First
first
of all,
of all, yes?
yeah, 3,200 minus.
This is 3,200. You minus 300, right?
Yeah.
For the first kilometer. This is the charge for the first kilometer. Then you are left with 2,900 soms, right?
And then
So-
we just divide this by 50.
These kilometers are additional ones, right?
Yeah.
Additional. So let's divide how many additional 50 soms did he pay. So you divide it by 50. Let's write it from here. 2,900 divided by 50. So they cancel one another and it becomes 5 and 8, right? 58 kilometers
plus one.
additional. Hmm?
Plus one.
Last one?
Yes.
For first 30 cents addition.
You mean you have to add one, right? Yes, total
58.
59 kilometers. He made additional 58 kilometers and one which had to be paid 370, right? For the first kilometer. Let's look at 13. An actor bought the number of eggs at 60 pennies for 6 and 5 times that number for 900 pennies 400. Okay. He bought some number of eggs at 60 pennies for 6. So, for 60 pennies for 6. You divide it by 6 and multiply by 6.
Yeah.
Yes? Xo'sh, har 6 tasi uchun 60 penni to'layapti. Ha? O'sha sonni x ni 6 ga bo'lasiz, keyin 60 ga ko'paytirasiz. Yoki 10 ga ko'paytirishga. So, second, and 5 times that number, 5 times of that number, for 900, every 100.
Yes. Or
So, this is first purchase, so this is first purchase, this is second purchase, right? He sold them all at 782, all of them, then the number is 6x, right? All of them. X plus 5x, right?
Yes.
6x. He sold them all at 72 pennies per 6. And made a profit of 120. How many eggs did he buy? Okay,
Can we just explanation?
profit. This is revenue, right? Okay. And if you add them, you get cost. Profit is revenue minus cost. So, what is cost? Let's calculate it. It is 10x, right? And this is 45x. 10x plus 45, it is 55x. So the revenue is 72x. What is profit? 72 minus 55. It is 72x minus 55x equals to 17x, right? 17x. So isn't it good? It does function and it's been. So let's turn to homework. First one, what are the degrees of the following equation? Let's look at A, x plus 1 cubed, 4, x minus 1 squared plus x3. So first we have to check, before deciding the degree of an equation, let's check whether there could be any cancellations. X cubed plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 1 equals to 4x squared minus 8x plus 4 plus x cubed. So x cubed cancel one another, and what we are left is x squared. So we are changing the signs. We are bringing them to right side, all of them. Minus 8 minus 3 minus 11x plus 4 minus 1 plus 3 equals to 0. What is the power? What is the degree of this equation? This is 2, right? So let's look at B part. X, y minus z squared equals to x squared y squared minus z squared. So let's open the bracket. Xy minus xz squared equals to x squared y cubed minus x squared y z squared. So what is the power of this monomial? 5, right? You have the powers of unknowns. 2 plus 1 plus 1. What is the power of this monomial?
5.
5, 2. 3. 2. What is the degree of this equation? 5. Okay? B, C part. Let's turn to C part. X cubed minus 3x squared plus 3x minus 1 over x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals to 0. What is the power of this equation? What is the power? So here we have x minus 1 cubed, right? And here we have x plus 1 squared. Is there any cancellations? No, there can't be any cancellations. If it were plus, then it could change its form to x plus 1, right? And we could say it's a linear one, the degree is 1, but it's minus sign, so there is no cancellation, so degree is
3.
3, okay? D. 2 x minus 1 equals x minus 1. So they will cancel one another. 2 equals to 0. Degree of an equation. Let's find degree of an equation. What is the degree of an unknown?
1.
So no unknown left. The degree of an unknown is 0. Okay? No unknown is left. So you can write x on the power of 0, right? Like that. It changed nothing. So B part, when we are done with first, let's look at the second one. A, 1.2 half minus 5x plus 4.2 equals to 3. 4 minus 1.2 x. Let's open bracket and bring all of them to left side. So what is the result? It's 0.6 minus 6x plus 4.2 minus 12 plus, so we are changing the signs, right? 3.6 Where? Is that here?
Like, how is that?
We are changing the signs. We are opening the bracket and bringing all of them to left side. So this is plus 3.6 x equals to 0. So we have 2x here. Minus 6 plus 3.6. How many? Minus 2.4 x, right?
Yes.
4.2 plus 0.6, 4.8 equals to 0. So the value of x is 2. 4.8 divided by 2.4. Divided by 2.4. No, 2.4x equals to 4.8, and x equals 4.8 over 2.4, and this is equal to 2. Have you understood it?
My solution is 3.
3?
Yes.
Is that the same with you guys?
With your
3?
2.
You have 2? Let's check.
minus
Minus? Where did we make mistake there? Can you check it? Can you check it?
12.
Is that 7?
No.
12 minus 3.
Okay. Is that 4.2? Yes. It is. So, there is mistake there. Let's find that.
Yeah, like you.
Okay, where did we make mistake? Let's check here, okay guys?
Yeah.
Tapos capturing that.
7.2. No.
It is 7.2.
Why? Where you? Yeah, it's minus.
Okay, is it correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it's correct.
This one is here.
Okay. All of this line is correct, right? Then we have mistake here, right?
Yes.
So
What minus 12?
minus 12. We have minus 12 here, right?
Which page?
So it is equals to 12, right? So it becomes like 2.4x equals to 7.2 minus, right? 7.2 x is equals to minus 3.
Oh, yeah.
Is it correct?
Big mistake.
Yes. Let's look at b part. 2 x minus 3. 1.2 minus x. So let's compute. 2x minus 6 equals to 1.2 minus x.
3x minus 3x
7.2. So the value of x is
2.2.
2.4, right? 2.4. Let's turn to c part. 2 minus, okay, let's start from here. 2 minus 2x minus 4 minus 3x over 5 and over 5 equals to 7x minus x minus 3 over 2 over 5. So, how can you calculate it?
First of all, we should.
Let's give common denominator, okay? It becomes 10. 10 minus, but this minus sign, this is 10, right? 10 minus. This minus sign is for all of them, right? So it becomes like, let's give common denominator here too.
10x.
It becomes 10x minus 4 plus 3x over 5, right?
Yes.
Equals to, let's give common denominator as 2. 14x minus x plus 3 over 2. We drop that common denominator. So, let's give another common denominator. 10, 2, 5. So 100. The result is 13x minus 4 here, right? You are multiplying by 2 and negativating the sign. Minus 26x plus 8. Equals to, let's multiply it by 5. It's 13x plus 3. Let's multiply by 5. It becomes
65x minus
plus, right? Is it
Plus.
Yes, it is 15, right?
right? 15 plus 15.
So what is your result?
108.
65 plus 26 is 91. Right? 91.
Yes, 916.
So 108 minus 15.
Use the information.
93
To
is
samo.
Minus 3, right? What is the value of x? Minus 3 over 91. This is improper fraction. You can bring it to mixed one by saying 1, 91, right?